Okay, this is the fourth time I'm doing the audio. And that's me talking about. I couldn't find any tutorials or reviews for this Golden Acrylic Explorer. It says you get 14 colors and mediums. There's a couple different sizes there. Comes in this interesting little octagonal and square container. Where's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not octagonal. So there's a couple different gel and gloss liquid mediums. That's the gloss medium. I'll show you how it looks later. That's the light molding paste, good for impasto and collage. That's the clear tar gel, that's good for sealing in stuff or doing liquid pours. Acrylic pours is a heavy gel matte, so that's also good for collage or sealing in your paints. There's there's two long drying, those open, slow drying acrylics. So there's a phthalo blue, the green shade, alizarin and crimson hue. There's 3 tubes of regular, I think it's heavy body acrylic, benzimidazolone yellow, titanium white, and quinacridone magenta. And there's 2 tubes of the high flow acrylics you would use for drawing with a dip pen, a quill pen, or an airbrush. And then there's 3 of the fluid acrylics. So there's iridescent bright gold, quinacridone nickel azo gold, and teal. So I'm going to test these on some Arche, my favorite paper. It's 100% cotton paper. It's got gelatin sizing on it. So we're going to start with the high flow acrylics. We're just going to do 1 drop so you can see the translucency. I was watching a video yesterday on the Golden Acrylics channel. They were talking about that it's a myth that if something's translucent, that means it's not good quality. So I thought that was interesting. Or if something is translucent, that it's poor quality. So that's the fluorescent pink and the ultramarine blue. Now we're going to move on to the fluid acrylics. And once again, I'm just going to do 1 drop so you can see the pigment load or the opacity. This is the teal. Since it has white in it to make it teal colored, it will make it more opaque. This is the bright iridescent gold, 1 drop. I do like how nice their paints are. They're really freaking expensive. So if you're on a budget, it's just something you have to save up for. And that's the, what's it called again? The quinacridone nickel azo gold. There is no gold flecks or metallic flecks in it. It has a warm gold undertone. So it'd be good for skin colors, desert scenes, certain kinds of animal fur. Now we're moving on to the regular acrylic tubes. It doesn't say if it's like heavy body or whatever. I guess you'd call it medium body. We're going to do the benzimidazolone yellow and the quinacridone magenta. I always wind up buying a tube of quinacridone magenta because it's so difficult to try and mix this kind of color. In person, the benzimidazolone yellow is much more vibrant and bright. There's a lot more almost like light coming out of it. On the video, it makes it seem almost like a very bright ochre tone, but it's much brighter in person. Okay, now we're going to do the open slow drying acrylics. That's the phthalo blue, the green shade, and the Alizarian Crimson Hue. I've never used slow drying acrylics, so I thought it was interesting that there was such a thing. You can see there's a lot of pigment, and when you add water to them, it's like working with watercolors almost. I mean, because of the binder, you wouldn't want to add too much water because then that would affect its permanency on the surface and stuff like that, unless you are going for a watercolor effect and then you want to seal it in later. But I'm going to show you up close. This is how it looks. They're really bright, intense colors. Now I'm going to show you how it looks dried and on sealed surfaces. That's the Mod Podge column right there. That's unsealed paper. I'm using the wrong side of the page, so there's no gelatin sizing. That's just bare cotton paper. Those two columns are the Daler Rowney acrylic gloss medium. That column is 2 coats of gloss medium, and that's 1 coat of gloss medium. So at the bottom, that's the regular acrylic quinacridone magenta, then the slow drying crimson hue, the slow drying phthalo blue, and then the yellow, the teal, and that's the high flow ultramarine blue and the high flow fluorescent pink, which you would use in airbrushes or dip pens. And that's the iridescent bright gold, and then the quinacridone nickel azo gold. You can see there's no metallic flecks in it. They seem much more transparent on top of the Mod Podge as opposed to the gloss medium. And of course they're more opaque on untreated cotton paper. I just was experimenting with using Mod Podge as a sealer to prepare the surface. I do notice a difference between the 1 coat of gloss medium and 2 coats of gloss medium. The colors are more opaque on the 1 coat of gloss medium, and the 2 coats of gloss medium was more slippery, so it made them more transparent. I tested the golden gloss medium. I was testing the Daler Rowney acrylics. So that column right there is the golden gloss medium. It was very slippery and slick. So if you're painting on top of the gloss medium with certain colors, you may need 2 coats. All right, that's it. See you later. Bye.